Everybody, welcome to the stream. Uh, Today we are playing some more Final Fantasy XIV, Endwalker. Again, I have already beaten Endwalker. I am up to... Okay, so I haven't done 7.5 yet. Hopefully I will soon. But until then, we are doing some New Game Plus for some friends. And I look forward to it. So let's get started. I've just realized that, well, once again, I was staring at this thing and at no point realized, hey, I need to fix my capture card. There we go. Nyeh. Okay, let's see. Oh, our YouTuber first too. There we go. Haha, huzzah. Alright, let's go. New Game Plus. Fizzle. Yes. We were currently helping Nadana with testing the ether thingy. Little does Nadana know that she is about to send you on another errand. That sounds about right. If you'll excuse me, I have returned to my work. I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah! You're both back. Excellent. Hey! Hello. I have a message for you, Mistress Nadana. It would seem the stories of Giant Skull stores of Giant Skull are running low. What? But when I last looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Orienge told everyone that about their tempering cure, and Estinian shared his knowledge of dragons. He appears to have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far from be it for me to complain, but we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large, sir. Chris, though I am, loath though I am to press another task onto you so soon, might I ask you to fetch the giant skull? In case you're not familiar, giant skull is a type of ore found on the island, owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity. What? Oh. If he does, it'll take a hot second for it to actually shut off. You have to press it in for a few seconds in order to get it to shut off. You might put it to sleep, but that's also a little hard to do. Messing with my capture card, though, on the other hand, sir. It has applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. No! He was about to jump onto the tower. Sir! Okay, come here. You want attention? Fine, you get attention. Here, sit him out. Behave. And the chicken shall be done in about 12-ish minutes, give or take. Oh, and also in about, like, 10-ish minutes, could you pop a veggie in the microwave? You can pick whichever one you want. The quarry where it is found, aptly named Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose on you once more? Of course, you can impose on me whenever you like, Nadana. I love you so much. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Zenua. He will furnish you with the ore. Oh, okay, cool. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow Tarahamsa, Mistress Nadana? By all means. Do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the Hamsa to the entrance. Meet me there when you are ready. Okay. Oh, wait till you see what a Hamsa is. Despite his tender years, Farshon is thoughtful and dependable. It's easy to see why he was chosen to be the satrap's attendant. We go. It is a dodo, but colorful. Here are Hamsa, Chris. If the creature looks familiar, it is because they are close kin to your Eosian dodos. Hamsa have long been kept as livestock in Thavner, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently raised by the monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. Bunch, because it's a quarry. If you have no objections, let us first make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. Let us go. I never realized that Farshon went and holds his hands behind his back. Kind of cutesy-like, and I find that very funny.
Very simple.
There is a very good reason why I find that very funny. Are you ready? Then let us depart.
Oh, the chicken just hit me.
That was pretty good. Oh, yes. You need only ride and relax. My bird will take the lead for yours to follow. Mount the man and travel to the outpost? Yes. Let us be off. If you haven't ridden dodos before, be warned that they have a wobbly gait. Whee! That spectacular formation stretching out over the water is called Kadda, a word which means sword. This sword, legend holds, was wielded by the Manusia against the Merga before it was cast down at conflict's end. To the left, and requiring no introduction, is the tower. As you can see, it straddles a small isle. Ah, yes. FU tower. Almost there. Through the main part of the hatchery is atop the cliff, and the outpost itself is on the beach. Ah. Yes. Hello, bird. Oh, toucan. He looks so funny. Hmm?
Pictures now?
Sorry, I was just looking at the stream and realizing that it okay. Slowly catching up. It's stuttering. Yes, veggies now. And here we are, manned by the Radiant Host. This outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Well, who should it be but young Varshan? On an errand for the satrap? And His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle, no place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may be now, I'm certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition and gladly. I pray, do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering, but still I worry for you. You would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will... Labdeen? Thank you. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the looks of it. Let me get off here. That's not what I want to do. That's what I'll do. Permit me to introduce you to Chris Turger of the Aeosian contingents, come to assist in the making of the talismans. From Aeosia, you say? Towers have appeared over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report, and answer any questions he may have. Aye, aye, sir. All appears quiet with the tower at the moment. I dare say the soldiers won't mind if you approach them. Okay. Ah, I've heard about you. The visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you can tell us about the Tal'Faroi? Tal'Faroi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die? And take everyone with them? What madness is this? Do not let me introduce you to Xenos and Fandaniel. Because that is a whole level of crazy between the both of them. But you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. Like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. Hello. It occurred to me I have yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we've struggled to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What of the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? They sure do. So it's much the same everywhere, with every nation struggling. We cannot... I know. Chicky needs checked. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered.
Yeah, I'm not doing
Oh, no, you're not. My thanks for not only the information, but for accompanying Varshan besides. While he's wise beyond his years, he's still a child, and we couldn't bear to see him come to harm. Aww. Yeah, those demented fools. If they want to go to hell, they can bloody well arrange their own passage and leave the rest of us out of it. Yeah. You wish to know about the towers? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This... Okay. This, Tower of Zot, as folks have, taken to calling it, suddenly appeared, where it did on the Isle of Numenar. Numenar? We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to its corrupted ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? Yes, how'd you tell? How are they dealing with the towers in your homeland? Well, not that great. Our struggles are not unique. Then our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. When the tower first appeared, we sent scouts on a boat to investigate, but it quickly became apparent that something was amiss. One after another of our comrades were corrupted. We could only look on in horror as they slew each other. How horrifying. Ooh. Okay, and once again, my stream is lagging. Bad. I did have this muted, right? Yes, okay. Computer. Hmm. Mute. I do not need. Why is it unstable? That rate is too high? Hmm. How to lower bit rate? Hmm. Or adjust encoder settings. Okay, let's go settings. Stream? No, general? Actually, no, let's keep that off just in case. Okay, let's. What's the bit rate? Okay, that appears to have stopped some of the lagging. Okay, I'm at least moving. Let's see. Output. Okay, that should be okay. Maybe okay, that I think has helped with that issue. Okay. I see movement, I see constant movement. So hopefully that means I'm not stuttering so bad. Okay. Okay, let's go. Push on! Actually... That's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, let's get out of that. There we go. And I'll pop that up on my phone. Important? Nope. Beach. There we go. Ah, finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub both, Razatan ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when the trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see to your original errand. As mine will keep me here a while longer, however, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. What? Oh, that should be alright then. So long as whenever you pull out the thermometer, red liquid doesn't come out. Should be alright. Awesome. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamsa, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. Lest you have forgotten to get... Yeah, okay, never mind. I do know how to get there. Yeah, he does the... I didn't notice him doing this before. It's very cute. I love it. I love it so much. Roshan, you're cute. He's a small child, but he cute, innocent. Okay, where's the Hamsa? There you are. Let us go. Though the Hamsa appears to want to return home, it reluctantly offers you its back. You should you become separated from your steed, speak to the Radiant Beastkeeper at the Hamsa hatchery. Mount it again. Let us go. Whee! I could just fly there, but I can fly there. Never mind, no buts. I can just fly. So are elephants, and yet somehow we can fly on those. That's the point. Elephants shouldn't fly. Unless you're Dumbo, but that's beside the point.
Neither should alien squid.
It's not an alien squid, it's an alien jellyfish.
Alien sea creature shouldn't be able to fly.
What? Ah, for the love of frickin'... Fine, whatever. Be that way. I'm so used to having to get off of a mount to get to a quest area that I just automatically got off of it without realizing, oh, actually I need to be on the darn thing. Thank you. Whee! Okay, I'm still having bitrate issues. Okay, let's... Can I lower the quality? Back over here. No sooner did you arrive at your destination than the Hamsa dashes off. Yeah. You know, I did the same thing just prematurely. Okay. Ah, this is indeed the Giant's Gall grounds. I am the Nua. Is there something you require? And there he is. Giant's Gall for the alchemist, you say? But of course they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Here you go, a sack of the purest Giant's Gall. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. When you deliver it, let the good folk at the Giant Work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Thank you very much. And now I have my ethereal jellyfish. Nidana! Oh, welcome back, Christ. I hope you have the Giant's Gold. I do. Here you go. Enjoy. Oh my! Such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype. One that should be capable of passing our most rigorous testing. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test. So, please, take your ease while you can. Where is it? No. No one else. Goodbye.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Just a little. Heyo. It's Denny and you're alive.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
All the effort or your harassment? Sorry, Estonian.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
And someone has decided to wander off in the midst of cutscenes, or... Oh, there. Still stuttering, but... Well, it says that the quality is excellent, so I guess it's better than it was. Oh, but it is going up. That's questionable. Okay. You wandered off in the midst of my cutscene.
I have to pee.
Okay, I'm sorry. Our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon is proof of that.
Bars.
Stare at the studying. Ah, fuck you, Fan Daniel. I see you back there.
What is it? What did you see?
An annoyance.
Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last!
I'm gonna go see what the hullabaloo's about.
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments!
Woo!
Very good.
We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Oh.
You demon house.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Yee.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
I mean, someone has to test it. And honestly, I would rather it be someone who's not a soldier.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Always. Never trust Fandaniel.
Okay.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Fair enough. Where's
Nee. There we go. Off to the Tower of Zot. Where? Hello, sir. The satrap has granted you the use of this boat. May it serve you well. This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that. But you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. To the tower.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could. So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance. A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
Cool. Can you get away from the tower? You're making me nervous. Especially with the big gaping hole.
That is not the. That tower needs to be from my back.
Oh, thank you for letting me in. Very spoopy. Give me an banana. Ew. Look like statues.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
And Daniel, I will kick his dear ass.
Oh, you can't do this! Please!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased.
So cute.
My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
Patrons of old? What are you talking about?
I wish you could do both.
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking.
Can I have the thing that you just tossed?
Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
A few.
Don't worry about it.
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
At your service.
Yeah, we've already kicked his ass once.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. How ever do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war. And so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell.
Too bad you didn't.
As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primates. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see you.
He's not my favorite playmate. We're not friends, no matter what he says. Creep. And Anna. Unfortunately, yeah. Because he's a freaking Asian. Oh, you are returned. But where is Mistress Nadana? I don't want to answer that question. Venetia Preserve. Just when we had succeeded in making the talisman. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. I mean, the good news is it worked, so let's make some more. Or you guys can make some more. That's way out of my wheelhouse. Actually, it might not be. Now that I'm thinking about it.
The enemy. Heard the enemy. I dodged it. And he fell down.
There you dodged a bullet. But anywho, where's Thagard? I like being punny. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? Well, yeah. So it was Fandaniel after all. Damn that bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nadana and the other captives. Yeah. I want Chicky. Baby.
Reinforced? I have reinforcements?
I need to get
Locked in. And then, do something that will calm my mind as opposed to the, other things that I'm. I managed to up in a few minutes so the skin can get all crispity crackety. It's up to get extra crispy. That's what we were thinking. Oh, very much. Okay.
He's surprisingly not sitting on my feet.
They're not to be crackers. Yeah, turn off that.
That's okay, we all do it.
No moment, it's not already. That should be a pantry.
The satrap of Razatan. First, we must inform everyone of the situation. Nadana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain.
You mean, we're the one that's on.
Oh, Nadana. Okay. Wait, what's he doing? Sir. Papa. Papa. Can you answer me this? Though Nadana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? Yes, she is. Then we must make warding scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nadana proved at peril to herself. So, let us make more scales, that she and all those who were taken might be saved. As alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. My friends, that trap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this linkbar, that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. And for our Eosian visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nadana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creations. This fact came to the satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. Sometimes saying certain letters with an accent is a little difficult.
Yep.
And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Razatan for an audience with His Excellency? C's and L's are one of them.
Excellent.
We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please come to the gates of the East Giant Skull grounds, and I will show you into the city. Thank you very much. Durazatan!
You might have to edit that. Yeah.
Maybe.
Left Panther's fur in front of the microphone.
And he's not in front of the mic.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He hasn't moved.
I mean, when we first came over.
With that, I'm not sure. Well, the mic didn't dampen, so it should be alright. God, I wish it wasn't raining when I go into the city.
Remember the boss rules area? Everyone died except for him.
When I last visited, the city was brimming with life. I expect the tower has dampened the mood somewhat. If the satrap, I know... Of the satrap, I only know the common tidbits. That though the position is hereditary, he is not considered a sovereign, and that despite possessing considerable authority, he wields it sparingly. Given the esteem in which the locals hold him, however, it's safe to assume he's good at his job. We could do far worse for an ally. Be it here or in Eorzea, all share in the desire to deliver the captives. Thus, united, I pray we may join in common cause with the satrap.
Oh, he has more or less like a title of the song, but he's not important.
Well, someone earlier kind of explained it that Razat Han is primarily ran by the people. He really only steps up when the people kind of need him. So, when things are going to shit.
Fair enough.
Yep. All present? Then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. Yes, sir.
I saw.
Damn.
A vast rock squats upon Favnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rads at Han.
He said it's so weird.
Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
If it's physically hot, that's bearing down like a second midday sun.
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
EH, okay.
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are. Megadota.
Nice house.
Okay, good to know. Anytime I ever see an H in a word, it does not exist.
It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid.
No.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, Satrap of Radzatan.
Similar to his.
Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
But Nidana, she was taken. Not everything went to plan.
I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
It's fine.
Well, he tried to kill us.
No.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me.
It is a motherfucker dragon.
Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
I think it's the name of a dragon in a different game.
Name of a dragon in Indian treasure.
Of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and
In the
Nidhogg.
paper, no.
Aye, mine elder brothers.
He's one of
Of
the
Midgard's
seven.
Sonma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
He's the baby.
He is your baby.
The baby.
I mean, he may be the baby, but he's still a first brood.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair.
That's to say they weren't stupid.
Next to arrive with the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radz Athan.
But if Vitra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
a charade. Yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
AKA, Vitra runs Razatan. It sure is.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end.
You know,
I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who joined me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
That's kind of one of the reasons why he never wanted to reveal that he's the one that kind of runs everything. Because of what happened with Nidhogg and everything. And Ishgard.
Your eye. It was taken.
"'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh."
Wait, what?
Varshan is an automaton.
"The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Razatan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my wit."
So, in a way, Varshan runs Razatan.
In a way, yeah, Varshan runs Razat.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
Oh yeah, he was shook.
Oh, no. But they did stare each other down. Because he's like, "I sense a dragon." And he was like, "I sense dragon blood. Specifically my brother's on you."
"I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses."
Well, not me, more so him, just... He's literally got, like, his blood, like, is imbued into his armor and everything.
"Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered, Estinian warm-blood."
Mm-hmm.
Did Justinian ever tell him his last name?
No, but he sure as hell would know.
"From the
Who took
very
down his brother.
first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bear his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now."
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Rad's Adan. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told.
So basically, he's like, here's to kill some gods. Wanna help us out?
Pretty much.
'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
He's like,
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rad's Adan, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
Justinian has grown some.
yeah.
I am in thy debt.
So this were Justinian 1 or 2 expansions ago, he would have been like, not a chance.
The thing with Giselle really messed with him. As well as being a part of Nidhogg, that really messed with him. But like, the two combined really kind of helped shape him to being a better person.
I mean, he's still cynical and unfriendly, but
Yeah.
he's bearable now.
Yeah. If our course of action is decided, let's not tarry. That we should encounter one of the first brood in such a circumstance. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but now we have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Charlian and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zalt.
I'm saying, Michelle's death hit me harder than I thought. Because, like, she bought us time, but...
At the cost of herself. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the ether right before departing. Unless you, of course, you enjoy violent nausea. Not necessarily, but I also have already done that, so I'm all good.
You gotta think. You just stole on all fours. We're gonna say passed out.
He's like, out.
I wonder how that felt with Ingrid, though. That, with his connection to the ether being limited.
I think it was the same. And honestly, I feel like him being able to, like, stomach it a bit better to get up and talk is just his kind of, like, constitution, really. Of just being very strength-based instead of magic-based.
Being able to get the words out that is terrible.
Yeah.
He risked the previous day's breakfast coming up to say it had
Vitra and his alchemists have prepared us for our foray into the tower. What we may accomplish within its twisted halls remaineth to be seen. The Arcasadora languished the Talafaroi language in Talafaroi chains doth forewarn us. I don't know. Maybe. Or nature of our foe. 'Tis the gods of Thavnir who will be summoned to thwart us. The conflict between Nidhogg and I is in the past, and though they were brothers, it has no bearing of my view of Vitra. Above all else, he is a leader of men, not an enemy. He would hardly dedicate his life to this endeavor if you bore any kind of ill will. Which is true. And also, he's already befriended 2 other dragons, so... I mean, it makes sense. Tiamat... And, well, maybe not befriend, but... see equal terms. Horosvagar. Just as I was getting used to the balmy Thavnir, we're back in chilly Charlian. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, your investigation here remains, but when it's over, we can take stock of all the developments and discoveries.
I mean, even if you did take your death, you have to echo. You can come back.
Let's not test that. I returned by way of Kite's experimental aetherite, yet I must say it was far less taxing than our first attempt, and apparently we need only ask if we wish to use it again. Now, I'm not terribly eager to repeat the experience, but if you are willing to test your ethereal fortitude for the sake of technological advancement, then who am I to stop you? I love that despite how bad we all got sick using that thing, Thancred was like, use the crystal and risk being extremely sick on the other side, or take a boat all the way back. Crystal. Because he can't teleport naturally. He had to use the experimental crystal if he wanted to get back anytime soon.
Everybody else using etherite to get around. I think we're just...
Pretty much. It's just Stolla's fault. You're Stolla.
I mean, it was either that or he died.
Could have maybe made it through. I don't know. Who can tell with maybes? I still don't understand how...
I would have, like, caved in the roof where the enemies were pursuing. I wouldn't have thrown myself and my friend into the ether.
Yeah. I still don't understand how the vote could be unanimous. What could possibly convince all of them to turn their backs on Eorzea? In the Forum, if the Forum is intent on concealing its intentions, then a cursory investigation will avail us little, I suspect. We will need to dig deeper, and with the greatest of care. Yes, let's not piss off the Charlians. The process by which the Forum members are elected is fair and equitable. Neither wealth nor social standing offers any advantages to the prospective candidate, but fairly elected or not, Master Matoya still found them all to be insufferable. I think she finds everyone to be insufferable. It's just more or less that amount of insufferability.
I think the only one Master Matoya doesn't find insufferable is Y'shtola.
That is the closest.
Because she can actually crack a joke around her.
Our tour of the city was a pleasant distraction. I feel more than ready now to tackle the challenges of the day.
I vaguely remember.
Getting the books.
I vaguely remember. Surely this wouldn't be too much trouble for the great Master Matoya.
And meanwhile, Y'shtola like, oh no, I'm gonna kill you. I was like, what did I do?
Left directed divided to you. Eat. Both of them. Nothing lucky with these skill level up. Now, what skill is getting leveled up? The card of the Magician Arcana. No, Rider's Mudu changed to Mamudu. So, my medium chance dark kill skill is now... My medium chance single target darkness skill is now a medium chance AoE darkness skill.
An unsettling change has come over Charlian. But together we can we will divine the underlying
Panther
cause for the forum's callousness. Child.
Like, just put it in there.
I know, he saw me do it too. So, as I mentioned before, however, questioning the counselors directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. Which is why I began scouring Charlian's archives of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say, that progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day. But now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside Nomenon. Shall we? Exit the annex to the right and you'll find the archives to the western edge of the woods. I love that she actually does give like detailed instructions of where everything is.
He's in front of the mic now.
No, he's not.
No?
My leg is in front of the mic.
Oh, move it closer.
Not really. I did shift it slightly, but that's because it and, well, not it, but a couple of my cords are kind of getting caught up in each other. And out we go. And actually I can.
I guess just like some like baby zip ties so you can like pardon me.
Wow! Wait, where's everybody else? They're inside? Probably. I'm the only one that doesn't know where the heck to go. My directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of Naumenon. Naumenon.
Nomenon?
I don't know.
Nomenon.
Charlian's greatest collection of books and tomes. This building is actually only an entrance. And one of many at that. For the archives of Naumenon extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. The vast halls of the Great Google Library pale in comparison to Nominon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Charlene is free to enter and peruse the shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I dispatched Justola and Raha to investigate those.
I was going to say, you have 2 of those. Wait, isn't she an Archon too?
No.
Alright, so you had 3 of those. Good.
We have quite a few of those.
Me.
With
you.
Oh. Whatever. Okay. I've just fetched Linda. Meanwhile, as Alize and Alphino will help me continue my search through these stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you're only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlian history or foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let us be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they've found some promising tomes. Happy reading! Yes.
Panther!
He's right here.
What the hell was that sound?
I thought it was you. Was it not you?
It came from the kitchen.
That's weird. Unless maybe one of the pans in the sink fell?
Panther, stop projecting your desires into the kitchen.
He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're looking directly at the kitchen. Why are you looking at me?
He's like, I'm actually sitting here doing nothing. How dare you accuse me of something I usually do? Brightly colored book. The title of the spine reads The Story of Charlian. Long, long ago, on an island in the northern sea, there lived a Rogadan man by the name of Naikruf.
I'm not even
Naikruf was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So, it was that he built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for the Imperial realm. The flood arrived, as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Neokruf's crew hauled them aboard his ark, but the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, he wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Alabathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, he gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time it became the city of Charlian. We live in to this day. Have you ever gazed at the sky above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but of the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us as a finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. There are few indeed who can explain, in satisfactory detail, why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It was the technologists of Alig who came closest to understanding the laws which govern that starry abyss. It was they who launched Dalamud and sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read of their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in the field of study waxed or waned? What if I were to tell you that that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in the distant past, that their positions continue to shift almost imperceptibly, but measurably, as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart, and may indeed do so forever? Are you eager to learn more? This book is on the wrong subject. Search the works containing works on Forum or Charlian. Or manual? Forever 20 summers. My beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest your body as you should? I too once engaged in such foolish practice, but one night, engrossed in philosophical studies, I had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus, do I share with you this mantra. I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19, or 23, or 40. Whatever age you are when you discover this manual, let that be the age you aspire to remain. Through mindful, healthful living, will you extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research? Another day, another moon, another summer to grasp the greater truths you pursue. In the pages that follow, you will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from a biological, etheriological, and arcane viewpoint. This book is on the wrong subject. Yes. Spirit of Wisdom. During the chaos of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, Archon him, founder of Charlian, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern Empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. The Charlians took to heart the words of their savior and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. With knowledge of economics came shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth and coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so it was that, no matter the trial and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Charlian would live by the Founder's teachings. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, they would eschew the tools of war and with knowledge deliver the world.
thought it was a skill, but that's not spelled that way.
New. That one. This one. I'm trying to read all of them. If I find all of the books too soon, then I miss out on the ones I haven't read. West of a growing city. Oh, both.
I love that one that you need.
Both of those kind of sound like ones I need.
Is that butterfly yours?
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you. I can't remember where I got it, but I got it from somewhere. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's either the leather-bound one or the red one. Roads of Old. I guess it. This might. Yeah, okay. I think this might not be the correct book. Many years ago, on the banks of the Thaliac in the Dravanian hinterlands, a Charlian colony once thrived. This settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Charlians. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Charlian colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Charlian, which led to no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, the Charlians' inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idyllshire. Following chapters go on to introduce the most prominent features of Idyllshire. This book does not appear to contain additional information on the Forum, or cover the history of Charlian's motherland in greater detail. Then that means this one is what's left. I think I've read them all.
yes. Run with our tiny legs.
I am fast with my tiny legs. In the years which followed the founding of Charlian, civic policy and other matters of import were decided at the Ecclesia?
Ecclesia, maybe?
Maybe Ecclesia. A public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical. The larger number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year 2001 of the 6th Astral Era, it was ultimately decreed that Charlian would transition to a new form of governance. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus was the Forum as we know it today conceived and created. You've gained a fundamental understanding of Charlian history and the foundation of the Forum. Head outside to the rendezvous point. Away we go. I hope y'all have been very informed of the books.
New person.
Just making random noises. And then we wait.
I went from random noise to Minecraft Villager.
Kinda, yeah. Hey guys. How did your search go? Oh, thought this was voiced. Sorry, were you waiting long? I don't think so. I wanted to make sure I borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alphino and Krall should be along shortly. I was delayed in a similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mentioned the final day specifically, so we had no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that.
Tangentially. 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 There we go.
At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate, plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I was always quite fond of reading outside.
Read the room.
But it's not about the little pleasant pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and asked how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphino and I were to return to Charlian, that we are not to be allowed across the threshold. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family? Or do they not live here in the city? Ah, well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlian, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Isambard, in fact. For generations, our people have dwelt in Corvos, the coastal region opposite the island of Thavnir. The Alligans founded a city in that fertile land, and by ship, brought in the subjugated tribes of the Makote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the fourth umbral calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the fifth calamity froze the seas solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. Oh. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Allagan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Garlean rule? For the past 50 years, yes, some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald renamed the region to Locus Amanus. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darkness. House Darkness demonstrated a singular interest in Allagan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allagan Eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had.
What's the Allagan Eye?
His red eyes.
Oh.
It's a Allagan hereditary trait. No. Because when we first met him, he had only one red eye. But then after meeting the clones and fighting them and stuff in the tower, they gave him the ability to fully possess it. And that's how he's able to control the tower.
With his special eyes.
Yes, very much. to show his royal blood. The fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Alec. As the last child born with the Allegan eye, I was given over to the custody of friends and the students of Baldessian, who had me registered as a Charlian citizen. I never even considered. Forgive me, that it was an unkind question. Even Thancred was taken in by Archon Louis Swab, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Charlians than you might think. Yet, regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity, we outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. Oh, I'm sorry. Tis exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear! Another good reason to get to the bottom of the forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books, Christ. More company should arrive any moment now.
The quality of having keen mental perception, acute discernment, and the ability to understand hidden and complex situations quickly and accurately. Perspicacity.
There are others better suited to poring over old history books, so I thought I'd try my luck with more recent events. If I can find anything to better inform the forum's baffling behavior.
It implies deep insight and shrewd judgment, often described as the sharpness of sight into problems.
What else do I know of Corvus? Precious little, I am afraid. I have not returned since Master first brought me here. I can tell you that Corvosi rebels still seek to slip the yoke of their imperial masters, though the fighting is far less fierce than it once was. Oh, and they have carpets! Flying carpets! The legends are quite extraordinary. I want to go there. Oh, wait a minute. Someone has a flying carpet.
A whole new world. That's what I think when I hear.
I mean, I feel like that's accurate.
I literally don't have to work.
We've returned with our selections. Although I must say, the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mr. Skrile has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, more than a few which barely made mention of them.
So even if I set number, that literally still gives me like 9.5 hours.
I actually need to see what time I get up tomorrow.
Of sleep. I'm gonna save this chicken.
You?
Where that work? Oh.
9:30. Stop. I saw that, you little shit.
Okay, so Pale Rider is just a key ingredient for Vardy. Because literally 6 different ways to make her. And they all have Pale Rider as number 1.
I think once I'm done with this, I'm gonna hop off, because to be up at 8. And I don't want to be up too late. Especially with how exhausted I was today. As such, we have been looking into research papers on the Umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarat firsthand, and fear I may be overlooking critical details. You can count on me. My thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first. What kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? A complete destabilization of creation magics. Primals of unrivaled powers were summoned from the ether.
And the phenomena you can.
No, good lord. Yes, the unfolding catastrophe wrought havoc on all manner of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling the streets.
Speed went up by 3 with 1
That, that more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived into the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Eustola surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Ascians. Was there aught else to note which heralded the approach of the final days? The entire star was engulfed by disaster all at once. This fate began with a keening sound from the land itself. Alphino, you can answer this one.
Alfie doesn't work.
I think you're misremembering. As I recall, 'twas more of a gradual spread. The Amarantines spoke of a keening sound that rose from the land itself just before the region was visited by a catastrophe. We never did hear the sound ourselves, of course, thrust as we were into the midst of the madness. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive, and probably quite loud. I'll have to speak with one of Nalmanon's mammoths and ask after any books that make mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? They knocked Alaman from the sky. That was so rough. They summoned Zodiac. They summoned Hydaelyn. Actually, it was Zodiac.
Yes, 2 of those answers are right.
Well, no. In the final days, they summoned Zodiark. To control Zodiark, they summoned Hydaelyn. So to answer her question, they summoned Zodiark.
But now, because Zodiark is getting stronger, Hydaelyn.
Yeah. Yes, with Elidibus serving as his heart. So many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiark brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls they intended to render unto Zodiark, a trade that would allow them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Venat and her fellows not manifested their opposition in the form of Hydaelyn. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the Talaforoi truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with those towers of theirs. Is forcing people to summon primals a kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash. But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but it's time we begin studying these research papers. Hello. It really is comforting to have all these dedicated assistants on hand. Right then, enough chatting and more reading. Okay. Many forum members are also researchers or professors. If they know aught of the final days, then that knowledge might surface in their writing. That is my hope, anyway. Fair. I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks introduced one or two possibly useful books. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Oriange learned that of the source's reflections from the Jiran oracles for its potential to cause panic and confusion. The tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away in the Great Google Library. 'Tis even less likely that knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. It stands to reason, then, that my colleagues, be they archons or counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Yet, when you confronted Master Fortuno with the knowledge of the Talaforoi and their machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they pose a threat. He seemed adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us, which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior, it is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. Alright. Freaking Cryo laughing at me. I will try. You labor for what feels like an age as Y'shtola's research assistant. Oh, how's I standing now? You know, I felt that, girl. Your efforts to gain Grahatia's attention goes unnoticed. He appears to be lost in his reading. That's good, I hope. I found not of interest so far. I think Y'shtola might be right about not getting our hopes up. So many books. Thank you for your help, but I think I can manage the rest without your assistance. If I were you, I'd steal a few quiet moments for myself. Will do, after this. Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects I mentioned? I did. Then the day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a mammoth at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I'd suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Well, I did find one paper focusing on the world before the advent of the first umbral calamity, but it reads more like a work of fanciful fiction than an actual academic supposition. God, to think of what the world was like before the Ascians started fucking it up. Because that's what causes the calamities, is messing with the other shards.
Because they explained it was like an excess of one aspect of either that throws things out of balance.
Yeah. But I think this is a good place to stop for the day. It's almost 1 in the morning. So, thank you, anyone who watched. I apologize for the video quality. I am trying my best. Anywho, so, you guys, have a good day. If I can close OBS. It size freeze. No, of course it does. No, I was in the stream. It froze.